What if everything you believed about time was an illusion, a mental construct rather than a universal truth? Imagine the possibilities that open up when you step outside the confines of past and future and into the infinite power of now. In today's video, we will unravel the illusion of time and discover how living in the present moment transforms our reality, inspired by Eckhart Tolle's profound insights. Time, as most people understand it, is a construct that divides life into past, present, and future. While it's practical for organizing schedules and planning, it holds no actual weight beyond the mind. The truth is, time exists only as a mental framework. It's a concept created to measure experiences and events, not an inherent reality. The past is nothing more than a collection of memories, fragmented and often colored by perception. The future is equally abstract, a projection of hopes, fears, or expectations that never exist in the now. Yet, so much of human existence revolves around clinging to these illusions. The mind's obsession with time creates a cycle of stress and disconnection. Dwelling on past mistakes or missed opportunities can lead to regret, while focusing on the future often generates anxiety about outcomes we cannot control. By living in these states, people miss the richness of the present moment, which is the only place where life truly unfolds. Time becomes a prison, trapping individuals in loops of thought and preventing them from fully experiencing the world as it is. Eckhart Tolle speaks of time as a psychological construct that dominates consciousness, keeping people tethered to thoughts rather than reality. The mind's attachment to time feeds the ego, creating a false sense of identity based on personal history or future aspirations. This fixation keeps individuals disconnected from the present, where true freedom and joy reside. Understanding this illusion is the first step to liberation. Once you recognize that time is a mental construct, it becomes possible to step beyond its grip and experience life in its purest, most authentic form. The present moment is all there is, yet it's often the most overlooked aspect of life. People spend so much time ruminating on the past or worrying about the future that they fail to notice the richness of now. But the now is not just a fleeting point in time. It's the eternal space in which all experiences occur. It's the canvas on which life paints its masterpiece, vibrant and alive. Living in the now means shedding the mental chatter that distracts from direct experience. When you focus fully on the present, you realize that the mind's stories about what has been or what might be are irrelevant. The now is where reality exists, unfiltered and raw. It's where the breeze on your skin, the laughter of a friend, or the taste of your meal becomes vivid and meaningful. These moments, small and seemingly ordinary, are the essence of life itself. Eckhart Tolle describes the present as a portal to being. When you immerse yourself in the now, the ego's grip loosens, and a sense of peace arises. This peace isn't a dull void. It's a vibrant awareness of existence, a feeling of being connected to something far greater than the self. By anchoring yourself in the present, you experience a clarity and depth that transforms your perspective on life. It's not about escaping the practical aspects of time, but about reclaiming your power from its illusion. The ego thrives on the constructs of past and future, drawing its identity from these fabricated timelines. It defines itself through memories, achievements, failures, and roles, and projects those definitions into the future, shaping ambitions and fears. In doing so, the ego creates a narrative, a continuous story of me that often feels disconnected from the present. This narrative becomes the lens through which life is experienced, and the more the ego feeds on time, the more entrenched it becomes. The ego resists the now because the present moment exposes its fragility. In the now, there is no past to cling to, no future to fear, just the stillness of being. This stillness is the antithesis of the ego, which depends on noise and distraction to sustain itself. It's why people often feel restless or uncomfortable in moments of silence or stillness. The ego perceives this as a threat to its existence. Eckhart Tolle teaches that recognizing the ego's role in perpetuating the illusion of time is crucial to transcending it. Awareness dissolves the ego's power. When you observe its patterns without judgment, you create a space between yourself and the thoughts it generates. In this space, you reconnect with your true essence, a consciousness untethered by time. The ego doesn't vanish, but its dominance fades, allowing you to experience life with greater authenticity and freedom. Stress and anxiety are deeply rooted in the illusion of time. Worries about what could happen or regret over what has already occurred dominate the human experience, pulling attention away from the present moment. These mental states are fueled by a sense of incompleteness, a belief that happiness lies in fixing the past or controlling the future. This constant striving leaves people in a state of tension, disconnected from the peace that exists in the now. The mind uses time to create scenarios. What if only, when this happens. And these scenarios feel real, even though they exist only in thought. They create emotional responses as if the imagined outcomes were already happening. Anxiety over future events triggers physiological reactions like a racing heart or shallow breath, while regret over the past can lead to sadness or frustration. In both cases, the body suffers the consequences of a mind trapped in time. Living in the present dissolves this cycle. In the now, there are no problems, only situations. Challenges exist, but they are manageable because they are approached from a place of clarity and calm. By anchoring yourself in the present, you reduce the emotional weight carried by past and future concerns. This doesn't mean ignoring responsibilities or planning. It means approaching them from a state of mindfulness, where stress and anxiety lose their power. Joy is not something to be chased, it's something to be found in the stillness of now. When you live in the moment, the ordinary becomes extraordinary. The colors of a sunset, the sound of rain, the rhythm of your breath, all of these details come alive when you are fully present. This joy isn't dependent on external circumstances. It arises naturally from awareness itself. The mind often believes joy is a future achievement, tied to reaching goals or overcoming challenges. But when these milestones are reached, the mind quickly moves to the next desire, leaving no room for lasting fulfillment. Joy, however, is not an endpoint. It's a state of being. By grounding yourself in the present, you access a wellspring of contentment that is always available, regardless of external conditions. Eckhart Tolle emphasizes that joy in the now is not superficial happiness, but a deep, abiding peace. It's the kind of joy that doesn't waver in the face of adversity because it isn't tied to circumstances. This joy transforms your perspective on life, allowing you to move through challenges with grace and resilience. Living in the present, you realize that joy isn't something you need to create. It's something you uncover by simply being. Living in the present is a practice, and like any skill, it requires intention and effort. Mindfulness is one of the most effective tools for anchoring yourself in the now. By bringing your attention fully to whatever you are doing, whether it's eating, walking, or listening, you create a direct connection to the present. The mind may wander, but each time you gently bring it back, you strengthen your ability to stay present. Another powerful practice is observing your breath. The breath is always happening in the now, making it a perfect anchor for presence. By focusing on its rhythm, you quiet the mind and deepen your awareness. Similarly, body awareness, feeling the sensations in your hands, feet, or chest, can ground you in the present moment. These practices are simple yet profound, helping you step out of the stream of thought and into the flow of now. Meditation is another gateway to presence. Sitting in stillness and observing your thoughts without judgment trains your mind to let go of its attachment to time. Over time, meditation cultivates a state of awareness that carries into daily life, making it easier to remain present even in the midst of activity. The goal is not to eliminate thought, but to change your relationship with it, seeing it as a tool rather than a master. Living in the now doesn't just change your experience of life, it transforms the way you interact with the world. When you are present, you respond to situations with clarity and wisdom, rather than reacting out of habit or fear. Relationships deepen as you truly listen and connect with others without the distractions of past grievances or future expectations. Work becomes more meaningful as you focus fully on each task, free from the pressure of deadlines or results. The power of now extends beyond personal benefits. Presence has a ripple effect, influencing those around you. When you are calm and centered, your energy creates a space for others to do the same. This doesn't require words or actions. It's the silent yet profound impact of living authentically in the moment. Eckhart Tolle reminds us that the present is not a means to an end. It is the end itself. By living in the now, you align with the flow of life, where synchronicity and intuition guide you effortlessly. Challenges become opportunities for growth, and each moment becomes a gift. The transformation isn't just about feeling better, it's about seeing life through a completely new lens, one that reveals the beauty and depth of existence as it truly is. Throughout history, the idea that time is an illusion has been a cornerstone of both spiritual teachings and philosophical exploration. In ancient traditions, such as Buddhism and Hinduism, time is often viewed as a cyclical concept, where the past, present, and future are interconnected and inseparable. These traditions emphasize the eternal now, the space where all things exist simultaneously, beyond the linear progression that humans perceive. Philosophers like Heraclitus and Spinoza have also grappled with the nature of time, proposing that what we experience as time is a construct of human consciousness rather than an inherent truth of the universe. Modern science adds another layer to this understanding. The theory of relativity, proposed by Albert Einstein, challenges the fixed nature of time, suggesting that it's relative and dependent on the observer's frame of reference. Time, according to this view, is not an absolute but a malleable dimension intertwined with space. This scientific perspective aligns with spiritual insights that emphasize the illusory nature of time, revealing that it's more a tool for navigating our experiences than a fundamental reality. Understanding timelessness changes how we perceive existence. It shifts the focus from measuring life in moments to experiencing life as a continuous flow. This perspective encourages a sense of unity, where each moment holds the entirety of existence. By letting go of time as a rigid framework, individuals can access deeper levels of awareness and connection to the present. Timelessness invites us to experience life beyond the clock, stepping into a space where peace and presence become the only constants. Time is an illusion, a construct that exists only in the mind. The true power lies in the present moment, where life unfolds in its purest form. By stepping out of the constraints of past and future and anchoring yourself in the now, you unlock a freedom and joy that transforms every aspect of your life. The journey into presence is not about changing the world around you, but about changing how you experience it, revealing the infinite depth and beauty of the now.